Tonight, justice is something that must be fought for, and it's a lesson 27-year-old Jane has learned the hard way. She's now a role model for raising a voice against mistreatment. Now, Jane was abused at 4, aborted the state at 10, and pregnant at 13. However, hers wasn't just another teen pregnancy. The father was the adult son of her foster mother, and in standing up, she's forced her abuser to confess. Here's Graham Archer with Jane's remarkable story.
I would like him to be locked up. I would like justice to be done. I don't want any child to have to go through what I had to go through.
Now it's 4 years later, and he's facing that possibility.
Aaron, what's this about?
Yes, I know. Locked up. He doesn't deserve to be out walking the streets. He could easily do it to another child. I'm scared that it's going to do it again.
There's no political will to fix this problem. None. What there is a political will to make sure that these stories and others like them never come to the surface.
A great deal has happened since those words were uttered around 4 years ago. Some bad, some good. The bad is that children are still being preyed upon. The good is that their voices are now starting to be heard.
I was going through foster home from the age of 10.
In 2012, we met Jane, who was first abused at 4, awarded the state by 10, a mother at 13, 34 foster homes by 18, and is it any wonder she felt abandoned?
Most of the homes I lived in, some of them were very abusive, and I just wanted someone to talk to.
Having been molested by her mother's boyfriend, Jane moved to SA to live with her father, but clashed with his girlfriend.
His partner at the time can control my behaviour, and decided to abandon me at Riverland Family Society. I was put in care
At 10. So you were basically dumped on Family's SA's doorstep. From there she became awarded the state and passed back and forth through the swinging doors of the foster care system until she ended up with a mother and her adult son, who was effectively your foster brother.
Why you ask what's
I was only 12 and a half at that time.
And how old was he?
Cameron, why's your
He
name?
was almost 23.
Next to your name.
But this was no safe
Go.
It turned out to be something that took away my whole life. It changed everything with me.
When did he start molesting you?
Within 3 days of me living in the house.
3 days.
Yes.
Nightly, he would enter her room after her mother, who was deaf, had gone to bed.
There was a few times I've actually woken up with nothing on. He's just completely stripped me naked.
Not that this is relevant because you were so young, but did you resist or
I didn't know what was right and what wasn't right, because I never once had anyone sit down and explain to me that this was right and this is not right.
However, she confided in a friend who alerted her school and crisis care turned up. Jane, still 12, says she refused to name her foster brother as her abuser.
At the time before it all happened, he came in the room and he goes, "You need to lie, you need to say it never happened, or I will make your life hell."
She was removed from the home but kept returning. Her foster brother hid her from his mother and the abuse continued.
And I'll get there and I'll be put inside, I'll be let inside. By the time she rocked up, I was locked in a room. I wasn't allowed to leave. He even pulled a whole bar fridge apart and stuck me inside of it. Cut a hole in mattresses, made me lay in it. Cut a hole in the roof. I had to hide in the roof.
This apparently went on for 10 months.
I was pretty much a prisoner in one room.
For 10 months. But in that 10 month period, what was his mother doing?
she wasn't really doing, all she was doing was a normal routine, and that was caring for other children that came in and out of her care.
But she must have known you were there.
I was never allowed to make a sound.
This sounds unbelievable. Are you absolutely sure that you're telling me the truth?
It's definitely true. 100% true.
You have to wonder what Families SA were doing. It was during this time that Jane became pregnant, and when the child was born, it was immediately removed and put into care.
I was 13 still.
So that was 10 years ago. And nothing really has happened about that since.
No, nothing has. I was made to stay in a relationship for 7 years.
She says her abuser constantly threatened to block her access to her child, and despite still being a ward of the state at 16, she was permitted to move back in with the mother and son. They actually went back to living with the mother. And believe it or not, at 18, she married.
I just decided to marry him because I thought it would stop all the problems. I thought if I married him, he would stop being the way he was, stop controlling my life. But it never did.
Then came a second child. Both were afflicted with a genetic disease inherited from the father, which slows their development. Former MP Anne Bressington.
Well, this is the collateral damage that this state faces, because we have a department that really puts the best interests of the child first.
It was then the authorities decided both parents were incapable of caring for the children.
They believe I'm an unfit mother. They believe I'm violent. Or because I suffer severe depression. Because of what's happened to me in my past. They hold it against me.
Following our story, the police took an interest in Jane's case.
After the story was aired and I told them that I went to you guys probably about 4 months, it took them to get in contact with me.
And they followed through. Her abuser Patrick was eventually arrested and charged. So, in the end, did he plead guilty?
He did.
He really couldn't do anything else after all. You were pregnant at 13.
Yeah, he was actually saying that I was seducing him at the age of 13.
Jane was saved the ordeal of a trial, but the intervening years have been hard.
It's been hard. I suffer severe depression. I have real bad nightmares of what's happened to me.
Yesterday, Judge Paul Muscat of the District Court imposed a 16-month sentence, but suspended it with a 12-month good behaviour bond after taking into account Patrick's low IQ and his guilty plea. You wanted him to go to jail, but he's got a suspended sentence. Do you feel let down by that?
I feel that now he's pretty much got a slap on the wrist and he's been told, what you did was wrong, but don't do it again.
Do you think you will remain a threat?
What did Grandpa's
To
order
other
things?
children's work?
It's an MA-15.
Even so, Jane feels she's much better off for having raised
He doesn't even understand it.
A lot stronger now.
When the guy's swearing he's not called.
It's a weight off my shoulders. Even though I'm depressed, but it's a bit of a stress relief that I've actually stood up and told my story and now getting
His
somewhere.
drink's dropped.
That's certainly brave, isn't it? Graham Archer with that report. But coming up right after the break, is your car trying